that concludes our approval or denials. Next, we are up for public comment. If anyone online or in the room would like to make a public comment, please either come up to the podium or raise your hand on Zoom, and we will make sure you are heard. So in the room, please sign in on the sheet and then give us your full name.
Hi, Kimberly Gregory. Just want to make a public comment. I know that you guys are about to go into executive session for the interviews of the county managers that are left, and I just want to say a quick word on Lucas Meyer. I've known Lucas for 4 years in a professional fashion. We've also become friends in the last 2 years. He is a man of high integrity. Definitely is good at conflict resolution. I've worked with him on several initiatives and I have a lot of respect and trust for him. I also kind of consider him like J.D. Vance, though younger, definitely highly educated, very competent. His military training is also something noteworthy. I think that he would do great in this position and has a lot to offer for you guys as county commissioners, as well as the people in the different departments here. I think that he brings a sense of integrity and just a very calm demeanor, as well as listens really well. So just wanted to put my 2 cents in for that. Thank you.
Thank you for your comment. Excellent. We see a couple on Zoom. I will ask Guffey Strong to unmute and please give us your full name.
This is Meade Hopkins in Guffey. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, the resolution you just passed on the abandoned property, is that the exact same draft that was in the meeting agenda? I asked
Yes.
this. Okay, I asked this because there are several grammatical errors, at least one spelling error, and one error regarding credit card balances. Maybe that's should have been credit cards. I'm not sure, but you might want to reread that and do some spell check on that to make sure that the draft does look satisfactory. Second, I would offer an opposition against the person that's gosh, what's his name? Lucas Meyer, because he doesn't have any experience in public management or any kind of experience with I think dealing directly with the public in any fashion. I believe that that's a key element, and not only is it experience, but it would be a leadership role that I think the commissioner should consider as part of a requirement to satisfy the county manager position. That's it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for your comment. Next up is Joe Widener. I will ask you to unmute.
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, ma'am. I submitted an email yesterday to all 3 of you concerning some of my concerns about Commissioner Elsner, and he is not there today. And I just respectfully request that I just sent you his response and my rebuttal, that we just make that a part of the public record. I would have liked to ask him these questions in person, but he's not here today. But I still want it for the record. Would that be permissible?
I don't know. I will ask our county attorney, Aaron. Let me find you. I'm going to ask you to unmute.
Yeah, the county commissioners take public comment in the way of verbal comments made on the record. So no, they don't take submitted documents right now under their current policies.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Aaron.
Okay, so can I make my public questions and then I'll just have them on record? With my questions for Commissioner Elsner was he's got a foreign LLC based out of Hawaii with a PO box in Conifer. My question to him is, why would he have a PO box in a foreign LLC in a different state, and a PO box that's in a different county? The other question I had for him is, has his company done any work with Park County or contractors in Park County, or any businesses based out of Park County? And never got a response. His email response was not relevant. So my other question would be some of the nonprofits based out of his personal home, associated with a mailing address, actually with the IRS. And commissioners, you'll see this in my email. There's actually the PO box that's right by their house, and his reason for having a PO box in a different county it didn't make sense because his wife and son have a PO box right by their house. So I guess what I'm going for here is that transparency for people in positions of trust, both on a county level, but on every level of government, is important. And I wanted to address this question to him. A person, he's unable to make it. I guess he's got internet problems. That's probably a real problem for a software engineer. But anyways, I just wanted to make those comments of record, that I expressed my concern on the 6th with his response on the 7th with his email response, and that I mailed the email for those emails to all the county commissioners, as well as some allegations about Commissioner Whistle, which I think are unfounded. With that being said, I want to applaud both Commissioner Whistle and Commissioner Mitchell for making the change and moving forward with the county manager. Change is hard, especially in our county, and you guys showed real strength and vision moving forward, and I think you're doing the right thing. I just want to thank you again for that. Thank you, commissioners.
Thank you for your comment. All right, next up is Gary Fisk. I will ask you to unmute.
Good morning. This is Gary. Can you hear me?
We can hear you, yes.
Yes, I just wanted to put in my word of support for Lucas Meyer for the county manager position. I've known Lucas for probably 5 years, and he's been very honest and a hard worker, and knows county business well. And I'm quite confident that Lucas would work well with the commissioner board. He has respect for their elected position, and he knows that he would be working for the county commissioners, and I don't think he would be working in opposition to the elected commissioners. So I support him for the position of county manager. Thank you.
Thank you for your comment. All right, at this point, I do not see any other hands up on Zoom, nor anyone else in the room.
Madam Chair, seeing no one on Zoom, I would move to close public comment.
I'll second that motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you for those comments.
At this point, it is 11:27. We're going to take a 15-minute break. Then we're going to come back and go into executive session. So I am just going to mute the room and leave the Zoom call open, and we will be back in about 15 minutes. We're going to take a bio break, and we will be back. Everyone just hold tight. Thank you. Testing. All right, go ahead, Mel.
Back on the record.
Okay, it's working. All right. The time is now 2:18 p.m. and the executive session has been concluded. The participants in the executive session were Assistant County Manager Cindy Garst, County Commissioner Dave Whistle, County Commissioner Amy Mitchell, soon-to-be County Commissioner Jason Gemmer, past County Commissioner Lenny Walker, Public Information Officer Emmy Glancy West, and she attended by Zoom. And for 1 hour, we had Clarice Navarro, and for 1 hour, plus or minus, we had Luke Meyer. I caution each participant to confine all discussion, excuse me. If any person who participated in the executive session believes that any substantial discussion of any matters not in the motion to go into executive session occurred during the executive session, or that any improper action occurred during the executive session in violation of the open meetings law, I ask that you state your concerns now. All right, hearing none, just going to give a little bit of quick information. We originally did have 3 finalist candidates. Nathan J. Bish did, in a communication to Assistant County Manager Cindy Garsh, withdrew his candidacy due to just situations of moving to Park County at this time. And so that's why we only had 2 in this interview process. At this point, we are going to hear from our 2 candidates in the order that they were interviewed. So Clarice and Navarro will go first. They're just going to give an introduction and let you guys know a little bit about them. We are going to have no comment and no questions. This is just them putting their face forward for you all. So Clarice, please come up to the podium. Make sure that the little green light is on, or I guess Cindy will do that. Okay, excellent.
Perfect. Well, thank you for having me with you this afternoon. It's been a pleasure to be with you and going through this process and the possibility to serve Park County. Thank you all of you for joining us today. I have built my career serving city, county, and state communities through my leadership roles as city councilwoman, state representative, Colorado State Executive Director for Farm Service Agency, and recently the district director on the Western Slope. I have most recently joined the FFA Foundation Board of Directors, and I have built my career in policy, fundraising, building relationships with stakeholders, and I take pride in leading teams to success. I strive for building towards excellence for our businesses, families, and communities. And I have over 15 years of experience in serving communities just like this. My previous experience goes back to working for rural development, where I helped moderate income families purchase their first homes through rural development funding. And where I found great pride in that is being able to see hardworking families be able to provide a home for their families and something that they can take pride in and work towards. After that, I became a city councilwoman in Los Animas, Colorado, in Benton County, which is very southern Colorado from here. Really enjoyed my time there and being an effective local government official where I can make immediate changes, where I can sit on a board, I can listen to the residents of Benton County and really serve their purpose and what they felt was needed. As I progressed in my career, I became a state representative and I represented Pueblo, Otero, and Fremont County for 6 years. Serving at the state legislature really helped me find the ability to work with the Colorado state budget, find areas where we can make improvements, where I can make amendments, and where I can take money back to my communities that I was serving, which I hope I can do so for Park County. As the state legislature begins to resume, I would like to reach out and make those connections with our representatives and find areas where we can make our voice heard and see where we can bring back some state money to Park County. With my federal experience, I worked as the state executive director for Farm Service Agency. I served the entire state of Colorado. I had 36 offices throughout the state with 200 employees, a $65 billion budget, and a $6 million operating fund. I have learned to be an effective leader, be a good listener, and be a positive role model for my employees. And I also have an open door policy. I want people to see me at the grocery store and be able to stop and talk to me and have a conversation. My goal here is to really embrace Park County and become part of it and make this my home. And that is something that I'm really looking forward to. As I embrace this change, I have talked to a couple of people out in town at the coffee shop today, met the sheriff this afternoon as well, and several of the staff. So I'm just really excited to move on your mission, what you have in store for the county, and really become a great mediator and liaison for you as well. Give you my advice and counsel as best as I can, and get your feedback so that we can work together and put our best foot forward for our community. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We appreciate your time.
Thank you, Clarice, very much.
All right, next up is Lucas Meyer.
All right, hello and welcome. I'm Lucas Meyer. It is an honor to be here today speaking to you. Whether you know me personally or not, I want to take time to make one thing clear, and that is that I care deeply about every single one of you in this room and within this county. Park County's been my home for a long time, and I have so many fond memories here and so many people that, you know, truly mean so much to me. I've really been proud to call it my home for a long time. You know, and though while recently I've moved down to town to take on a leadership role in my church, that has been as a regional prior, which handles 3 states and multiple different churches in an executive pastor position. That would be Colorado, New Mexico, and Utah, a responsibility that demands focus, organization, and leadership. These are traits that I developed throughout my life. From my early days as an Eagle Scout, to my service in leadership in the military during our Operation Iraqi Freedom, I've embraced challenges with dedication and purpose. I've served in law enforcement with the state of Colorado and the Department of Justice, earning trust through fairness, professionalism, and unwavering belief in truth, justice, and the American way. That may sound cheesy, but that's something that I really take to heart. That is who I want to be. We need to manage our funds wisely in this county, and we need to rebuild reserves. We need to plan for growth that encourages new businesses and welcomes new residents, while preserving the breathtaking beauty of Park County. We need infrastructure that supports all that we hold dear. We need professionalism and transparency in our government to ensure trust and accountability. Park County, like our nation, is facing a new day. Together, we have the opportunity to create a new and brighter tomorrow. We have that opportunity together, not just as our local government, but as our citizens, our community, and everybody that works and lives in this county, everybody that visits this county. We have that opportunity together to build something new, something brighter and something inclusive that listens to all kinds of diverse opinions and values what we truly have here. With that, I want to thank you for your time and consideration. I truly appreciate the opportunity to have lived here and been a part of this county for so long. So for that, I want to say, thank you specifically to everyone that we have. You make this a very special place.
All right, thank you very much. At this point, our meeting is adjourned, or except you move.
I would just say one comment and to both of our applicants. I cannot tell you the appreciation we have for the quality of both of you. I believe that we have two excellent candidates and you are testament to your ability to communicate, your thoroughness in looking at our background and what we've asked you about, and your humanity. And with that, I am really pleased to see both of you. In 1 week, we will have a very difficult decision, but we will hopefully make the right one, and I believe we will. So I thank you so much for all your time.
And I second that comment. Thank you very much for your time, your energy, the miles you traveled here, and for you sharing yourselves and your expertise and your life experience with us. Thank you very much.
And if I may, I would like to thank our interview team, and that included Ms. Garst, Ms. West, Ms. Walker, Mr. Gimmer, you and myself. And with that, I believe we have a basis of that tough decision. And with you, if your permission, man, I would move that we end our meeting.
And I second that motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, everybody. Have a great afternoon. Be safe out there. It looks like hopefully it's going to start melting. Take care.